What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So today we're having a look at a brand new SugoFest exclusive, and despite it being a 6-star character, it's not a summonable character from what we can see. NEFERTARI VIVI is going to be coming as a brand new free-to-play legend. Everyone is going to get access to this. Currently, I'm not 100% sure on the date that this character is going to be dropping, but even though when this character is injected into the game, you won't get access to this character straight away. There are some things you have to do in order to get your hands on this unit, and of course we will actually break down what this character actually does. So this is the artwork for the character. I can't wait to see what this character's ink effect is going to be. It's going to be pretty cool. Even though this character is pretty exciting to come out as a free unit that everyone gets access to, the character isn't amazing. Like, you know, the last free-to-play legend that we got being that Podcast D Ace, that character is actually pretty phenomenal, and especially with the latest release of Versus Kid, great synergy between those two characters. Now Vivi, she is interesting, but she's definitely nowhere near the power level of some of those other characters. So let's go ahead and get into it and break down exactly what's going on here. So of course, with the version 14.1 update, we got access to the panel missions, which introduced a couple of these, where you got your hands on free-to-play Super Tandem Luffy at Max Super Tandem, as well as, what's his face, the Psy Straw Hats, right? You got them completely rainbowed out, which is dope. That's looking to happen here with this VV. So there are some missions, and they look to be pretty easy missions as well. I believe I could pull it up here on the subreddit here. So we've got the missions here. This first one here, clear chapter 15 of the Alubana story mode, defeat level 20 in PKA, so like very easy missions. Reach buddy level 10 for Luffy in PKA, clear a treasure map run, use 3 treasure map cards, clear 5 runs of Kizuna Clash, defeat the Baroque Works single match in Pirate Rumble, again pretty easy to do, clear Cult Quest Captain, one of the easier difficulties, and enter 1 Pirate Rumble PvP match. So this is a very beginner focused event. So by clearing these missions, you need to complete all of them, you get some rewards along the way, and then you get VV at the end for free. Now, because of Super Tandem Luffy that we got from the panel missions coming at Max Super Tandem, I assume that this VV will come with max potential abilities as well, which is important because I believe this character has Final Tap. So getting that character maxed out is good. Now, the thing is though, is that you're not going to get this straight away because, you know, you have to complete Treasure Map, you have to complete Kizuna, you have to beat PKA, you have to do a lot of different things, Cult Quest, in order to complete all the missions at once. And of course, all of these things are not going to be accessible straight away. So you won't get this character until likely near mid/end of October next month. So it is what it is, but this character is going to be free for everyone. Now, moving on a little bit from that, as we've got it here, you can see the different panel missions. You get the VV for free. Shout out to Evan who data mined this information for us. And also this is confirming once again that this VV is on the same tier of legend as what Ace was. Where Ace was a free character, you could get the additional copies from all the different game modes. VV is just going to be a free character given out to everyone in the same tier as Ace. So we can expect hopefully more of these in the future where we get some panel missions, you complete them. Maybe some are going to be more difficult than others to get more powerful characters, because as it stands right now, Ace is one of the most difficult characters to get your hands on in terms of the amount of investments that you need to get the character completely leveled up and completely maxed out. Whereas Vivi, she looks to be pretty easy to get done, which is cool. So let's go ahead and move on into how things happen here. Another thing is that there's going to be a new Grand Voyage. Now, we have not had a Grand Voyage in a very, very long time. This whole celebration looks like it is focusing in on Alubana, whatever it is. So we're getting a Mr. 5 Grand Voyage mission, so that's cool because we haven't had one in a while. I actually personally haven't even beaten the previous Grand Voyage mission. I'm still missing that one support rare recruit to enable my team in order to beat that. But anyways, let's actually talk about what Vivi does, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering exactly what this character actually does. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Vivi here is a Dex Free Spirit Slasher with Final Tap. She has pinch healing and critical hit with that Final Tap. She is a super type character. Alright, let's go ahead and move on. Now, remember, you need additional copies in order to get the level limit break accessed. So it is a little weird that this character is debuting with level limit break. And as it stands right now, we don't know how we get additional copies of this unit. Do you have to use level limit break wanted posters? Hopefully that's not the case. Otherwise, it's going to be very frustrating, and I don't think many people are going to go ahead and get this character maxed out. But I digress. Let's move on. The captain ability, if you don't have any investment, so this is the level where most people are going to be at. It reduces your crew's HP by 80%, and then reduces everyone's cooldown by 1. So very, very low HP thresholds you're going to be with Vivi as your captain, boosting Dex, Free Spirit, and Slash a character's attack by 4.5, 1.3 times recovery. You get 20% damage reduction, boost your crew's attack by an additional 1.1 times based on the amount of HP healed in the previous turn. So if we get the 4.5 multiplier, pull up the trusty calculator, 4.5 multiplied by 1.1 gets you a 4.95 captain ability, which is really not that great. You're probably not going to use her as a captain. If you do get the investments to level limit break 3, which requires 1, 2, 3, I think 3 additional copies, it reduces your HP by 80% at the start of the quest. You still get the 1 cooldown. Everything looks the same aside from it's a 5 times attack flat instead of 4.5, so it's a big difference. And then also it will be a 1.2 times multiplier instead of the 1.1 times multiplier. Now, we don't know how much you have to heal in order to actually get access to the additional multipliers. So we got 5 times 1.2, getting you to a 6 times multiplier if you heal a certain amount. So that's actually definitely a lot better. You know, getting up to a 6 times multiplier is very, very good. Now, remember, she does have super type. So let's have a look at that first before we move on. The super type effect, it says you need any of the following on the crew, which is basically any of the Straw Hats during Alabasta: Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, and Chopper. And the super type reduces her own cooldown by 10 turns, reduces enemies' defense and threshold by 3, changes right column slots into rainbow through block, and then your left column slots into tandem, and then Dex becomes super Dex. So you basically get cooldown reduction, defense and threshold removal, and then a full border matching slots, which includes tandem and rainbow slots. If we move forward to a special, remember, again, with level limit break investments, you are going to get much more powerful specials, but at base level, you get a special that will heal 7,000 health, boost damage dealt to delayed enemies by 2.25 for 1 turn, and if you have a Free Spirit or a Slasher Captain, it delays all enemies for 1 turn, ignoring immunity. So very, very borderline base special, healing, guaranteed delayed conditional boost. That's basically all it does. When you get some investments to level limit break 3, it reduces the crew's healing to damage debuff by 5 turns, which is, again, as it says, whenever you take healing recovery, it will deal damage to you instead. So this removes 5 turns of that. It heals 10,000 HP. It boosts Free Spirit and Slasher characters' crit rate by 20% for 1 turn. So if a character has an 80% chance to crit, this makes them a guaranteed chance to crit. And then you get the delayed conditional boost. If you have a Free Spirit or Slasher Captain, you delay, and then if you land 3 perfects, it delays all enemies, ignoring immunities for 1 turn on the following turn. Okay, that's pretty neat, allowing you to get like multiple different turns of guaranteed delay effects. So this is cool because you can use it on like a stage 4, move on to a stage 5, and get guaranteed delay through immunity for multiple turns. So that's kind of cool. With further investments, if you get another investment into level limit break 4, the healing goes up to 20k, and the crit rate buff lasts for 3 turns, and the delayed conditional boost also lasts for 3 turns. So again, that makes perfect sense, allowing Vivi's delayed conditional boost to last for like one stage, stage 2 or a stage 4, moving that into a stage 3 or moving it into a stage 5. That's pretty neat. Now finally, when you get it to level limit break 5 with max investments, you get the same special as level limit break 4, but then there is an added effect where it says, well, the healing gets buffed to 30k, but then there's an added effect that says if her special was used in the same turn, it changes her own slot into rainbow and sets the chain boundary to 2.75 to 30 for 3 turns. So if you're able to use her special twice in the same turn, which remember with her super type, she does give herself the ability to get minus 10 turns of cooldown. This is very reminiscent of the other memories of Straw Hat characters, where if you use the special twice in the same turn, you get like a secondary beneficial buff. But it was really annoying to do it because they're at 13 turn cooldown and they get minus 10 from their super type. And then I'm sure that there is a special here. Yeah, when a Dex, Free Spirit, or Slasher Captain uses a special, reduced cooldown by 10 turns with their crewmate ability. Still very difficult to do that, but at least she does have some kind of potential to do that. So looking at it at face value here, reduces the healing to damage debuff, massive heal, crit rate buff, delayed conditional boost for multiple different turns, and then you get the chain boundary for 3 turns. She seems okay, honestly. It's just, when you compare this to what we had with the Ace at the start of the year, night and day difference. Moving on with Vivi, her first crewmate ability says if you tap on this character with a G slot or a rainbow slot, it gives 10% resistance for all types. Well, that's actually a really, really good crewmate ability. It's just, I don't really see you going out of your way to use this character as a sub on teams. I guess if you really want the delayed conditional boost for multiple different stages, and because it does give a crit buff, it technically does work with the new Shanks that just came out, but like, let's be real here, I really don't think this character is like all that. She's like very, very bare bones basic. In terms of the potential ability, she does have pinch healing below 50%, 80% chance for a crit, which with her special makes it guaranteed, and then she does have final tap. Now, the condition is you just reach the final battle, so very easy condition to fulfill, and the effect at level 5 boosts base attack based on the crew's current HP before attacking. So if you are at 60k HP or higher, you get 2,250 bonus base attack. If you're at 1 HP, it's only 1250, and you can stack with base attack boost from the special. Now, I think this is terrible, because with Rush Sugo special being a thing, if you're potentially trying to do as much damage as you possibly can, you're going to likely perform a Rush Sugo special before the final tap. And with Rush Sugo special, it considerably lowers your HP. So by the time you get to the final tap, you're going to have low HP, and then you get this. So the way that I see that, this character is just not really used in like high level content. This is more of like, you know, a free character that they're going to give out to everyone, and hey, it's a neat character, you know, you're just starting the game, you get a brand new unit, that's really cool, and that's the way that I kind of see it. At the moment, this is not a character that's going to see any play in high level content at all, which is a little disappointing because I was kind of hoping for big things with this unit. Let's move on. Her support is just 11% base stats to Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Chopper. Again, not a great support effect. The Rumble special. So again, you get buffed Rumble abilities when you get more investments. So she, with her Rumble special, which is what? I don't know what her Rumble special is. It's 30 CT, okay? So that's about basic for most characters. Heals all allies, or heals allies in a large range for 3.5 recovery. Dex allies for attack and defense up level 6 for 20 seconds. Targets Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, and Chopper for level 6 CT speed up for 20 seconds and 600 HP healing per interval for 15 seconds. Okay, that's a pretty good special actually. The CT speed up for 20 seconds is considerable, although it is only for the Straw Hats that were available during Alabasta. So I really don't think it's that good. The Rumble ability, Dex allies get attack HP speed level 6, and if Cobra, Koza, Igaram, Chaka, or Pell are on the team, you get level 10 recovery up for herself. Well, this will definitely see play, because in terms of running a Dex team, you're probably going to use Pell. So if you've got Rumble, Rare Recruit, Pell, it's going to work great with this Vivi. And then you got to use, like, you know, Dex Luffy, Dex Super Tandem Luffy can still work kind of well. The Usopp from the Memories of Straw Hat Celebration is actually still pretty good in this kind of team. So there are some uses for this, but I don't think it's like, you know, meta defining in any sense. Resistance, Evade, Special Bind, and Force Out. That's pretty good as she is a free spirit unit. And then she does have Grand Party stuff. That's interesting. After 100 seconds have passed, and you can only use it once. The effect targets your whole team for a 100% heal, and you get attack, recovery, defense, and speed up level 5 for 30 seconds. And then Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Chopper get 100% chance of haste. So this is really focusing in on using those Straw Hats on those teams, but even still, you get a full guaranteed heal, and you get a bunch of statistic buffs for 30 seconds, and then the leader skill will give your Dex allies HP 5, recovery attack 3, free spirit slashes, attack and defense and speed up. It is what it is. This character is just a neat collector unit that I think is going to be collecting dust in a lot of people's character boxes. That's just the unfortunate way that I see it at the moment. But let me know your thoughts and opinions about this one. Brand new free-to-play Legend Vivi arriving in One Piece Treasure Cruise somewhat soon. But of course, we're probably not going to get our hands on it until like mid/late October to complete all those missions. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to go ahead, leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.